Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lisa here. This is Lisa 6 and 3, and here is God's strength for you this day. Our scripture reading is coming from 2 Corinthians 12 and 9. We're going to start at the B clause. Let's just read the whole thing. And he said to me, my grace is sufficient, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, this is the part I want to go to. Therefore, most gladly, I would rather boast in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in needs, in persecution, in distresses, for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. This is another very, very familiar scripture that we've been reading for years. You know, Paul talks about the thorn in his flesh, which was given to him, a messenger of Satan to buffer him. To buffer means to keep smooth, to keep, when you buff something, you want to keep it shining. That's what a buffing is, it buffets him. It goes against what he wants to do. But what I want to focus on this morning is how he says, I would rather boast in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Now, when we think about boasting, most of the time we're thinking about, I did this and I did this, I made this and I made that, glorifying ourselves in the things that we have accomplished. But what Paul is saying here, he wants to glorify in the infirmities, glorify in the reproaches, the things that he's been corrected on, glorify in the things that he has needed from God, glorify in the persecution and how people talked about him and beat him up for Christ's sake. And I know most of us do not talk about what has happened to us in our lives. Most of the time when we talk about what has happened to us, people say, oh, you're talking negative. Stop talking down. Speak those things that be not as though they were. But what Paul is saying here, that when I talk about the infirmities, it shows, yes, I'm weak, but I'm made strong because I know I'm going through all of this so I can be stronger in the Lord. And I thought about that thing. I said, well, Lord, I thank you for every crazy thing that has happened to me in my life. Thank you for everything I lost. Thank you for every pain. Thank you for every correction that came to me, whether it was from my father and mother in the gospel, my parents here on earth, whether it was from my husband, my children, my whomever. Thank God for that, because it is showing how God is continuing to work inside of me. Please be patient with me, because God is not through with me yet. Because when God gets through with me, I will come out as pure gold. This has been Lisa with Lisa 6 and 3. You go make it a wonderful day, and I will see you in the morning. Be blessed.